Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM and what areas of your business it can address and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with any CRM project you've got on the go there. We run these short presentations every Friday, focusing on different aspects of Workbooks. And today we're going to look a bit more closely at sales forecasting and opportunity management, how you track your up-and-coming sales revenue. Now this presentation will be approximately 30 minutes in duration, so this is just a basic session. Every company uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements, and I wouldn't have enough time this morning to go over all of the extensive capabilities of Workbooks. So after this session, if you want to explore Workbooks in more detail within your own organization, we'd love to set up a one-to-one session with you and we can discuss your specific needs. Now, also on the call today, we've got some people that are already trialing Workbooks. Looking down the list of some of the attendees hopping on the call this morning, I can recognize some of the names, and some people have never seen Workbooks at all, so excuse me if I'm going over some information here you may already know about Workbooks. I've got to go at the speed of the slowest, so to speak. Now, as you've gathered, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. Don't worry about any background noises your end. If you've got any questions, please pop those into the question section of your meeting control panel, which you should see lurking probably in the top right corner of your screen, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. Also, this session is being recorded. After the presentation, you'll receive an email, probably after a day or so, with a link to the recording. You can share that with your colleagues, and we'll probably pop it up on YouTube for good measure as well. Okay, so let's get started. Now, first of all, a brief mention about my company. We are an independent reseller of different CRM systems. Workbooks is the most popular solution that we provide, very popular with small and medium-sized companies. We've been doing this for a long time. We've got a lot of experience over the last 22 years. We've implemented well over 3,000 separate systems all over the UK and further afield. And with Workbooks, as you gathered, you subscribe to the system. So we have people that set their own systems up, teach themselves how to use it. There's loads of help material out there to get you started. But we're here to assist you at any stage of the way. So if you want any help in setting the system up, migrating data from an older CRM system or Excel spreadsheets into Workbooks, we can help you there. Customizing it, tweaking reports if you want that, integration with other applications or your website. We've done many integration projects over the years. And also we can give you training. We can train you at your premises, or you can come to us. We're based in Bristol, near Bristol. Or indeed we can do training online in shorter sessions for you. And we provide lots of ongoing ad hoc support. Our friendly responsive help desk is here to assist you any step of the way. So of course the guiding thing that we want to get to with any discussions with yourselves is what are your objectives with a CRM system? What are you looking to achieve? What issues are you looking to resolve? Are you looking to improve your marketing or improve management of the sales activities and processes, or improving customer service? So and maybe a combination of those, and that's really what we want to get to, is how are you going to measure how successful this implementation is going to be? When you've been using Workbooks for 3 months, you look back to see what you've achieved, how are you going to measure that? And that's really what we want to do together in partnership. So what is Workbooks? Well, it's a ready-made system for managing all of your leads, prospects, and customers, your interactions with those people. There's some marketing tools in there as well to make you more targeted with your communications to those people. Now, unusually, for a CRM system. Not many CRM systems do this. We can do sales quotes. We can create sales orders and invoices and financial things. There's two different editions of workbooks. So when you sign up for Workbooks proper, there's two different. You've got two choices. There's CRM edition and Business edition. Business edition costs more. I'll come on to prices at the end. But Business edition allows you to do the financial things like creating a sales order, invoice, credit notes, supplier purchase orders. You can also record customer payments as well. So just bear that in mind as we go through the presentation, the choice of those two different editions there. And also you can mix and match these two different editions as well. So if you're, say, 5 users in total, you could have 3 people on the lower cost CRM edition and the rest on Business edition. So you can mix and match those two if you want to. In any edition, we track customer service. So do you have any customer service people there, technicians, engineers, support department? They too could be using Workbooks. So you're achieving better teamwork. You're working more effectively as a team. Your sales and support people are working together. Now, Workbooks, as well as it being a great personal productivity tool to you and your colleagues, is also a great management tool as well to help you make better decisions and control your business more efficiently. And Workbooks is 100% cloud. There's nothing to install. You don't need to worry about backups or upgrades. The data is all very, very secure. Workbooks has been certified in all 5 releases of the government G-Cloud certification program. So this is what, if you're central government or local government, your application has got to pass this certification before they even consider to use you. So it's a very good seal of approval for the security, robustness, and reliability of Workbooks. And I think last year, 2014, the system had an uptime of 99.99%. So, not many people can offer those sort of statistics. And Workbooks has been around a long time. There's all different types of companies using Workbooks. We've got sole traders using Workbooks, people working on their own. Obviously, when it comes into its own is when there's more than one of you using it, you're sharing information. All the data is in the UK. We're often asked that. It's not under some mountain in California. It's all in the UK in a very, very secure facility. So now looking at how we manage contacts. So you get a ready-made contact database, if you like, for tracking your leads, prospects, and customers. The system can be easily customized by you, no programming required. So shortly when I show you the system, the screens, most of the screens I show you, you can change those, take fields away, add fields to it. You can deploy different security levels as well. You're using the system for managing your activities. Every day when you come into the office, you've got calls you've got to do, projects to follow up on, meetings with clients. It's all in there. There's a diary in there. There's an option for sharing this information with Outlook as well. So if you're using Outlook in your company, you can share your calendar, your tasks, and your contacts in a bi-directional way with Outlook. So you're building up a nice client history with that customer, which is tremendously useful from a customer service point of view to look back and see all of your activities and your colleagues' activities in one place. We've got email integration. We'll work with any email system, including the Outlook system as well. We've got a great way of integrating with Outlook. So as you send and receive your emails via Outlook, they're being copied. The emails are being copied into the client's record together with any attachments. And in your subscription, we include mobile access. Increasingly, people are wanting to access their company's CRM system when they're out and about, so you can access it from your smartphone or your tablet. Excuse me. All of that, all those access options are included in your subscription. So, marketing. Increasingly, people are using email marketing, and we combine the two together. So, with Workbooks. You have an easy way of getting data into the system and out of the system. If you've got an Excel spreadsheet of names and addresses, we have a very comprehensive import capability with Workbooks if your data is in a CSV format. We can also integrate to your website. So if you've got a contact form on your website, that too can be integrated with Workbooks, and as people fill in their details and hit the submit button, that becomes a record in Workbooks. There's also some workflow in Workbooks as well. You can get it can be monitoring itself 24/7, looking for things to do. So these inquiries that are coming in from your website, for example, they could be actioned on, allocated to a salesperson. You can be alerted with an email. Things will happen automatically, thereby increasing your productivity and preventing things slipping through the net. We've got easy ways, putting a marketing hat on, easy ways of creating lists of people that have some common criteria before doing some marketing activity with them. And we integrate, included in your subscription, we integrate with 3 very popular email marketing systems out there. MailChimp is probably the most popular one. We also link with Constant Contact and .mailer. Now what happens is that you create your list of the recipients for your newsletter or your promotion or whatever email you're sending out there in Workbooks. That list is uploaded automatically to one of those 3 systems. Those systems obviously allow you to create your nice looking professional HTML email. They will deliver the email to those recipients. And then with the integration automatically coming back into Workbooks, we can see against the customer's record the emails they've been sent, the emails they opened, the click-through links. Did they click on a link in the email to go to a landing page on your website? And also seeing hard bounce and opt-out information as well. So the Workbooks user can see what the marketing people are up to. So great integration there with those email marketing systems. Now, quotation management, and what we're talking about this morning is how we keep on top of our up-and-coming business, our sales forecasts, and the quotation capability is very much dovetailed, integrated with that. So with Workbooks, you can create a nice-looking sales quote to send to your customer. And these are essentially created in a PDF format, and you can email them directly from the customer record. So a nice way of managing the whole sales quote process. You can store your products and price list in Workbooks. You can import your price list if you've got your pricing information in Excel currently, or maybe an accounting system. You can upload those into Workbooks. You can define your different layouts. You can have more than one quote layout if you want to. Obviously, you can customize the layout with your logo and your terms and conditions. And it's possible to create some quite advanced layouts of quote styles. You'd be quite surprised at the different formats that we can create together. And it's integrated with the opportunity management system. So as we do these quotes, it's updating our sales forecast so that at a glance we can see all of our outstanding quotes. We can see all of our outstanding opportunities. And an opportunity, a sales opportunity, could consist of multiple quotes. And that's how Workbooks structures its information. So you could create the opportunity and then create the quote from the opportunity, but there could be over time, over the life cycle of the opportunity before the order comes in, there could be lots of other quotes you're doing, and you're doing quote amendments and so on. All that's visible against the opportunity. And remember, thinking about the business process, remember the options for when the customer wants to place the order. You can convert the quote to a sales order or straight to an invoice without the need for rekeying any extra information. And we also, in the UK, we've got options for linking to Sage 50. So do you have Sage 50 in your company? Then when you create these orders or invoices, they can be transferred to Sage 50, again, without the need for rekeying any information, thereby saving you time and improving accuracy and the duplication of information. Quick mention about customer service. So a great way of tracking any service activity on a separate screen, again, very customizable to log all those support issues there. You can apply visible deadlines to these issues as well to track your service level agreements, SLAs, if you want to. Of course, as we're using this, we're building up a nice history of issues. We can see the trends there, what are the typical issues we're getting, which customers are giving us the most problems, who of my colleagues are handling the most open issues right now. So a great way of giving you answers to those questions and thereby building up a sort of FAQ knowledge base of these issues and solutions going forwards. So final screen before we dive into the demo proper, putting your manager's hat on here. As you gathered, we've got a great way, because we're tracking, because we're recording all this information. When we can record this information, then we can start measuring things and we can start making decisions on that. And so with Workbooks, a great way of tracking leads coming in. How many leads are we getting? What sales activity levels are we achieving? How many phone calls are we doing? How many meetings have we got planned with clients, demonstrations, and so on to track those metrics there, those KPIs. And of course, one of the key things that most people do want out of a CRM system, most B2B type organizations, is opportunity management and knowing what business is coming in this month, next quarter, and looking at what sales you've made, maybe what sales you've lost and why did you lose them. Again, that could be good to monitor and help you be better organizations. There's a report writer in Workbooks. There's approximately 50 reports or so to get you going, and you can clone those reports, create new ones as well. And we've got nice flashy dashboards, bar graphs, pie charts, giving you real-time information as it's happening. Okay, let's dive into Workbooks proper then. So again, apologies for those people that are on the trial already. You'll be familiar with this interface already. So I've logged into Workbooks. It will work with any browser. If you are accessing it from your smartphone or tablet, you're going to get a simpler view of the Workbooks interface. But this morning I'm showing it to you via Chrome. So I've logged in with my email address and my password. And this is what you see, the Workbooks desktop. And you should see, it looks familiar. It looks like your Windows desktop. And so it's got that familiar look and feel. It's easy to find your way around, and you can put shortcuts on your desktop there to get to items, functions quickly. But of course, everything is accessed from your Start button, your Start menu down there in the bottom left-hand corner. And to the right of that, you've got a Google-like search box. You can type in any word or phrase there, and it will find it for you faithfully in the system. So here we are in that Start menu, all of the elements of a proper CRM system, with right at the top there, people and organizations, the individual contacts you're selling to and the organizations they may work for. There's your sales activities, so that's where you can see what you've got on the go today. And what we're here to discuss this morning are sales. So at a glance, you can see all of your opportunities, all of your quotes. If you've got the business edition, you can see your customer orders, and you can also see your forecast sales as well. So if I dive into, first of all, a company, let's look at an organization. So I've clicked on organizations there, and up comes a window, a new window, which you can move around your desktop and you can minimize and maximize, rather like an Excel spreadsheet, row by row, all of the companies in my system. And you can decide what columns you see here, and you can put people into different lists or views, as Workbooks calls it. That's all done via this filtering facility here. So you can very easily put people into these different categories. Let's dive into a company here and show you a bit more information about what we're recording about an organization. So this now is a record of a company or organization. Another window's popped up, and we've got some tabs running across the top there, displays more information about this company. On the main tab, this is the key information about the organization. Now this can be changed by you. If you don't like any fields here, you can remove them. You can create your own fields. You decide what are the drop-down pick list entries to this field. When users click in there, they've got a drop-down list of all the common entries to that field there. So all of that can be changed. Now then, running across the top there, we've got those tabs so we can see all of the notes, general notes relating to this company, activities that we've got with this company. There they are there, row by row, and you can create new ones there. And that information can be shared with Outlook if you've got the Outlook integration. The emails, what emails have we sent? What emails have we received? They're all there, coming in from your email system or Outlook. The people that work at that company, other organizations they're related to, and of course opportunities. This is what we're here to focus on this morning, opportunities. So we've got 10 on the go with this company, and this display here, these columns can be changed by you, the individual user, to display the information in this sort of summary view, the information that you want to see. You can create new opportunities up here. Do you see, top left hand corner? If I dive into an opportunity I created earlier, this opportunity here called New Website. So up pops now a new window, and this is the information about the opportunity proper. So here we can see, now on this window we've got those tabs, those familiar tabs, again, other information about this particular opportunity. But on this main tab, this key tab, this is the main information about the opportunity. Now, most of these fields, these are what the fields that Workbooks gives you, and these fields with the dark blue left-hand border there, they're the required fields. So we must have a description of the opportunity, something unique about it so we can recognize it when we're searching for it or when it comes up on company reports. Of course, we're interested in when is it going to close. So a little calendar pops up there and we can update the close date. Now, stage is quite an important field because a lot of companies, particularly larger organizations or those with a complex sales process, they think of sales as going through different stages or phases. Now, these are the example ones that come with Workbooks. You can zap these, remove them, and put in your own terminology here. But it just gives you an idea of when you get a new inquiry from a customer and it goes through these different stages there. Hopefully, two. Stage 5 in this example, you've won this order, this project, or maybe you've lost it. So a great way of tracking the stage then, that again can feature on any reports as indeed any of this information can. Of course, any sales forecasting system is, you want to know what's the likelihood, what's the percentage probability 0 through to 100 of you getting this order. So there we are. We can rather a lot there for percentage probabilities. You might actually in reality have fewer choices for the users to keep it a bit simpler there. Maybe in your company you've got different types of products, different ranges of products. So you may want to have a type of solution category there, or there is a standard field in Workbooks called type where you can put in the different types or product areas that you're selling. Top right corner, who is the person in your company that's responsible for looking after the sale from start to finish? So we do have one field there for tracking that, so this will be a drop-down list of your users and you can track them in there. We do have some clients that where maybe there's a team looking after an opportunity, so we can do that as well. Source, where did this individual inquiry come from? Now, we actually have a source field for the customer, so where did the lead come from originally? Maybe they came from a trade show or referral or a lead from a supplier. But then as time goes on, you get these extra opportunities and they may each come from a different source. So that's a way of tracking that as well, and the campaign. So in the top half of the screen there, we've got the primary information about the opportunity. And then the lower half of the screen, we've got all of the individual items. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is a common way in which people, particularly if you're using sales quotes in the system, you want to do your sales quotes through Workbooks, you can now add in all of the individual items, products or services that build up this overall opportunity. And this little analysis section here, this will show you at a glance your potential sale. We also support multiple currencies as well. So if you're operating in different country locations, then we've got support for multi-currencies on opportunity tracking and quotations. So once you put in your items and products, you can then create a quote, or if you've got the business edition, you can create orders and invoices from here and send this directly from this screen here as well. If you've got a particularly complex sales process, you may want to be tracking over the life cycle of this opportunity all of the things that you're doing on this opportunity. So that's the whole idea about these top tabs here, is that you can relate things that you're doing easily to this opportunity. So things that we do, phone calls, meetings, tasks, they're visible against the client. They're also visible against the sales opportunity. Likewise, emails. We can see here the 3 emails that relate to this opportunity here, and other information as well. There may be more than one decision maker. There may be more than one contact you need to be working with on this opportunity. There may be separate companies that have some kind of a role on this opportunity. That can be defined there as well. And you can store documents against any record type in Workbooks as well. So if you've got a proposal or PDF files or Excel spreadsheets that you want to relate to this customer opportunity and allow your users to see and share that information, then we can do that as well on that Notes tab there. Anywhere where you see Notes tabs, that's where you can store documents or files. So that's a quick run through of where the opportunity is visible against the client's record, and then standing back, looking at Workbooks and thinking, well, where are all of my opportunities? What have we got on the go right now? Well, there's a few ways of doing this. Option number 1 is that you go to your sales section here and you look at opportunities or forecast, and that will show you at a glance all of the opportunities that you've got on the go here. And again, we've got this typical display, a window, row by row, all of the opportunities at a certain status. You can, like Excel, you can sort these columns in ascending or descending order. So if we want to look at all of our top opportunities on the go right now, I could just click on that little column header there, and that will sort that. I could insert new columns here if I wanted to see, well, we spoke about the type of sales. So if I just click on this little downward pointing chevron here, I can then, from that little local menu, come down to columns here, and then these are all of the potential columns that we can insert in there. If you'd created any new fields as well, they'll all be visible to you here. You just scroll down. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to scroll down and find the type field or column. There it is there. Tick that box. And there we are. That's the type field added in. Again, we can sort that column in that sequence there. You can print this information out as well. You can export this information, provided you've got the security clearance. There's lots of ways of defining different security levels in Workbooks to prevent people exporting, deleting any information. And you can you can create these different views or lists. So if you want to see what's closing this quarter, you can click on that little option there, and that will show you everything that's closing in that particular time frame. So there we are, a quick run through of opportunities, and in a similar way you could see all of your outstanding quotes if you're using quotes, identical to sales forecast, but individual quotations here again, and that window that can be defined by you. Another way of seeing your opportunities is from your reporting system in Workbooks. So there we are, reporting, and this pops up another window showing me all of the reports that I've got accessible in Workbooks, and they're sorted in different categories here. Can you see activity reports, cases reports? Let me just go down and scroll through to my opportunity reports. There we are, the third page, and there's a few of them there, and you can click on these to run them. So this is a summary report that's going into these different sales. You can group and sort these records in any sequence you want to. So here I've got more of a summary report here, looking at those different stages and what value of sales I've got in each step of the pipeline there. These reports, of course, you can edit them, you can export them, you can chart them as well. As well as reports, we've also got dashboards. So you can access dashboards from a shortcut or from your Start button and your Start menu. There we are, dashboards. Click on that and we can have more than one dashboard. If I click on one of those, there we are, a number of different sample dashboards there, and the top one there showing you a bar graph, pipeline by stage, and then individual opportunities there as well with a drill down capability. So that is all I wanted to say at this stage about opportunities. There's a lot more to opportunities and sales forecasting, and you can also introduce workflow into that sales process there. So if, for example, you want to make sure when you've done a quote, automatically a phone call is created, that could be done with Workbooks to introduce that sort of automation. Well, I'd just like to talk a little bit more about pricing now on this short presentation. So remember there's two different editions of Workbooks, CRM edition and business edition. So this is the cost per user per year. Now Workbooks on their website, they do quote a monthly price, but if you look further down their page, they do have in the smaller print that this is billable annually to you. So these are the annual cost per user plus VAT. You need to add VAT on top of this. CRM edition 228 per user per year, and then business edition, because it does more, does the orders, invoices, credit notes, purchase orders. That's 504 per user per year. A very popular add-on, and most of the add-ons, apart from the Sage 50 integration, most of the add-ons are £48 per user per year. So the Outlook add-on, the Outlook option is quite a popular one to consider to integrate your emails and to share in a bi-directional way your calendar, your tasks, and your contacts. Now, think realistically about the implementation. We want this to be a very successful thing for you. So do you need any help in getting this up together? So we could do the whole thing for you. If you're busy people and you don't want to get involved in it, then no problem. As long as we understand exactly what you want to achieve and what you want to get out of Workbooks, we can do the whole job for you with the setup, creating your users and relevant security, the email integration, the customization of the system, the import of data, tweaking any reports, integration, website setup, email marketing processes. We can do that whole thing for you. Or we could do what's called a guided implementation. So that's where you subscribe to the system and we give you initial training on how you can yourself set up the system, how you can create fields, how you put your users in, how you do your imports from Excel. So we'll give you that initial training to selected individuals, and then off you go. You do it on your own, but we're here in the background to help you if you get stuck. So you're not on your own. We're in this together. So bear that in mind and think about what kind of help you need there. Right, so we come to almost our conclusion this morning. Of course, please think about, do you need any further help with your trial, or you want to get on the trial, or you want a little more in-depth presentation with your colleagues, then please contact us and we'll be happy to assist. So now I'd like to open it out to any questions. So first question from Angela: is it easy to import from Salesforce? Yes, there is in Workbooks I haven't shown you this, but from your start button you've got this import feature here. So Salesforce, you need to export your data in a CSV format, comma, separated values, very standard database format, and then that can be imported into Workbooks. And down the left hand side here, Angela, these are all the parts of Workbooks that you can import into, with probably at the top there, those are the two most important areas that we'll be importing information into, a combination of people, individual contacts, and organizations. Second question from Neil: is it easy to upgrade from Workbooks CRM to Workbooks Business? Yes, it is, Neil. You just pay the pro rata difference. If you part the way through your term, any stage you want to do that, you just contact us. We'll give you a quote in writing about what the difference is, and you approve of that, and then you're upgraded fairly painlessly on a pro rata difference in the year. Question from Graham: can you create formula fields, i.e. add field X to field Y if field A equals yes? Yes, you can, Graham. Now that sort of thing might fall into the category of an advanced customization, shall I call it that, in inverted commas. And this is where we support a capability of Workbooks called scripting. Now this scripting thing allows you to do really fancy things, Graham, just as you've described. So the answer to your question is yes, but you might need a little bit of assistance from Wizard Systems to help you do that. Next question from Ed: can you import quotes from Excel? If you mean the actual, well, a quote, Ed, might consist of two elements of information. First of all, it's got information about who you're quoting to, and then secondly, I guess, it's got information about the individual items that you're quoting, the product names, the descriptions, the values, the cost price, the selling price. The answer to the question is yes, Ed, you can, but we'd need to obviously discuss with you the layout of Excel. Typically with Excel, you see, users can pretty much do anything in Excel. It's got to be, to import into any system like Workbooks, it's got to be structured and well-disciplined information. Everything's got to be in the same place. And that's why there might be a little bit of what we call data preparation there, Ed. Might be a bit of work that you might need to do to cosmetically just change the structure of those spreadsheets just to make sure they're well behaved and we can import them easily into Workbooks. Question from Phil: is it £48 per user per year for the Outlook add-on? Yes, it is, Phil. It's £48 per user per year for the Outlook add-on plus VAT. You don't need to have that for all users, so you know, if you don't want everyone to have this Outlook add-on, that's no problem. You just subscribe to the number of users that you want to. Next question from Phil: do you have a dashboard report showing the sales pipeline like a funnel rather than a pie chart? I don't know, Phil. That's a very good question. We could have pie charts and bar graphs on the dashboard. Funnel, I'm not sure about. I'll check that, Phil, and I've got your email address. I'll contact you, Phil, about that. Next question, Phil: do you have the same capabilities on the mobile version as we see on the desktop version? can external people update opportunities and activities? Yes, they can, but the interface is totally different, Phil. It's much simpler interface, but you are going to see the same information, but in a simpler format, so to speak. You won't on the mobile version. You will not be able to do things like imports, customizing workbooks, running off sophisticated reports, but all of the key day-to-day things like looking up your contacts, looking at your activities, and your opportunities, they're all in there, Phil. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through there, so let me just try and wrap this up now, and well, I'd just like to thank everyone for your attendance this morning, and hopefully this has been of interest to you, and we'd love to continue the dialogue with you. So bear in mind, if you want an individual discussion, or if you want a quote, if you want some firmer figures given to you, want us to set up a trial for yourself, just let me know, let any of us know here. There's our contact details, my phone number, 01454316800. We're based just north of Bristol. My email address then, our website, wizard-systems.com or wizard-systems.co.uk. Well, thanks very much again, everyone. Thanks for your time, and thanks for your interest in workbooks. And any other questions that come through here, I will answer by any other later questions that you happen to have, I will answer via email. Thanks very much indeed.